I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we need a motion to amend the agenda to consider a resolution authorizing an LSA grant for police vehicles.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. The motion's been moved and seconded to amend the agenda. Are there any questions on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Okay, with that being added to the agenda, are there any public comments regarding agenda items? Mr. Steinmaker.
Yeah, number 11. About the play set. You want to spend $16,000 for a swing set and a sliding board to go behind the building over there.
It's a consideration. We haven't made our mind
Okay,
up.
well, I'm just, okay, you asked, I'm asking. There's 2 swing sets there now. So if you want to give them anything, why don't you just buy them a sliding board? It would save you a lot more money than $16,000. There's 2 swing sets behind the community center now.
I understand that. Just so you know, Mr. Steinmaker, we sat in a meeting last month and we looked at a cheaper option that we thought it was going to be around $5,000 or $6,000, and it was a wooden option. But we didn't want to go the route of a wooden option with maintenance and things like that, so we looked into the poly version, and that's what this one is, and that's how much it costs. It's more money.
I get that, but you're adding swings to it. The only thing different is the sliding board.
Well, there's like a jungle gym on there, I believe, too, and a rock
If
wall.
someone falls and gets hurt, who's liable?
Well, that probably wouldn't be no different than if someone fell off one of the slide boards here or one of the other playground equipment.
I can't talk to you. I'm done.
Are there any other questions about agenda items? The minutes from the October 22nd, 2025 supervisor meeting were presented to the board. Is there a motion to adopt those minutes?
I'll make a motion to adopt it.
Second.
The motion's been moved and seconded to adopt the meeting minutes of October 22nd. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries.
I'll make a motion to authorize, ratify the payment of bills and payroll for the month of November 2025.
I'll second that.
The motion's been moved and seconded to pay the bills for November of 2025. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 The motion carries.
Make a motion to approve department reports, financial, road department, police department, fire department, and engineers report.
Second it.
The motion's been moved and seconded to accept the departmental reports. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.
Make a motion to appoint Cassie Ramsey, Maria Cacaro, Logan Maga, Anita Calusi to Parks and Rec Board.
I'll second that.
The motion's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I abstain. The motion carries.
Make a motion to approve Cassie Ramsey as the chairman for the Parks and Recreational Board.
That is not something that we do at this point. Once the board gets, they will appoint their chairman
Okay.
once
Yeah.
they're seated.
Yeah, Cassie, that's how that works. When you have a quorum, when you have a meeting with the new Park and Recreation Board, your group will get together and you'll figure out who your chairman will be at that meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Mike Zemansky from the Mount Pleasant Township Police Department effective November 24th, 2025.
Matt, do you have his resignation?
I do. It was provided to Stacy as well. I think she sent them out.
I'll second it.
The motion's been moved and seconded to accept Mr. Zemansky's resignation from the police department. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 The motion carries. All right, we needed a motion to adopt a resolution 2025N in support of the Mount Pleasant Township Municipal Authority's local share account grant application to Washington County.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
The motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
This is what,
The motion carries.
been emailing about.
No, that's gonna be the one that you guys have at the
That-
end.
that's-
This is for the sewage authority.
That'll be at the end.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do it right here at 9A here.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna call this 9A, what we talked about before. We'll need a,
I'll make a motion,
there it is. Want me to say it?
motion to, well, no, that's for the agenda.
Yeah, but that's what it's for.
For the police department to follow resolution 2250, the local share account for a grant for the purpose of purchasing and outfitting 6 police vehicles for use by the township.
I second the motion.
That's the state LSA.
Yeah, that's the state LLC. I'll second the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.
I'll make a motion to execute a letter of support for the Mount Prospect Cemetery Association paving project for LSA grant funding request to Washington County.
Second. The motion's been made and seconded. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. I'll move that we table the approve the purchase of the playground equipment until we get further information.
I'll second it.
The motion's been made and seconded. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries.
Make a motion to authorize the public display of tentative proposal 2026 budget and to publish legal notice of the same in the Observer Report.
Second it. The motion's been made and seconded. Any questions on the motion?
I have a question. After we had our last budget workshop and we removed the fire chief, and then Darla sent out her synopsis with her changes, and I see that there was $15,000 plus benefits added back in, which we didn't discuss in that meeting.
What's that for?
Part-time park work.
What she has here, I was instructed by the chairman to put in part-time wages for the parks at a rate of $15,000 plus benefits. That equals $18,957. My problem is, you don't, after you have a budget workshop meeting and come to an agreement, things should not be added back into the budget.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that prior at the meeting.
No,
Because we talked about we was gonna need to maintain the equipment.
we did not talk about that.
I don't think we talked about anything about adding back to it.
No, we did not. And we were in agreement on what the budget was gonna be.
But where would it go if we can't put it back to it?
Right.
It would help offset the deficit.
Because I don't think we approved that.
We did not.
I don't recall approving it.
No.
No.
I thought you were meaning where would the 18,000 go? It would just lower the deficit.
Right, but we didn't approve where it was gonna go. We don't.
Right. I was told to put it in and I did what I was told.
Well, if someone else doesn't tell you, just don't put it in.
Well, Shane, the last time, never mind, forget it.
First thing is, nobody should be telling the township manager to put stuff in a budget unless it's been discussed at a budget workshop. You just don't do that. My suggestion is that we take out whatever was added in, $18,957 be deducted from the budget prior to advertising it.
You can, let me just tell you this. The advertisement, you can make a change, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong. You can make a change to the budget once it's been advertised, as long as you do not raise taxes. You could come to the meeting in December and have a change, and as long as it doesn't affect raising taxes and making any bottom line, you can do that.
That's correct, and the legal ad is for the tentative budget. You can make, as you indicated, modifications to the budget.
It doesn't
In terms of
change-
what you choose to display, you guys can instruct.
But it changes the budget if you're taking it out.
Yes.
Yes, it just,
Well, there's-
it just changes the total expenses and decreases the deficit.
You can-
That's all it does.
But we didn't approve any of that.
You could also modify the motion to prescribe what final tentative, it's not the final,
Yeah.
tentative budget you wish to authorize display of.
Okay.
So if you said under the
Take out-
item that's in there,
Take-
public will play, comma, specifically, last revision not containing that.
So where the essence it hasn't been approved.
You would in effect be authorizing which tentative budget you wish to have displayed, which you are.
Which is,
Which is what you're implicitly doing.
yeah, but
even
I
the
would,
fact
I
that-
would rather see a more accurate tentative.
No, I meant generally, even had this discussion not going up, it's kind of the last kind of, blessed one. You can bless it right here just by specifying that in your.
It would take
motion.
me 5 minutes after the meeting to take those numbers out, adjust the deficit, print out a copy, and that's what she can show.
And
Because
you-
it's
and-
not, the budget isn't printed in the paper.
So,
So,
Bill, you would have to change your motion to approve that, but take out the 18,000.
To display the tentative budget with the changes to be made by the manager as indicated.
And this is for the Observer Reporter,
Yes,
for the yearly advertisement.
yes.
Yeah, you have to.
all that ad is saying, hey, the budget's been tentatively
Anybody can
approved.
come in and look at
You
it.
can come in and look at it.
And there's
That's
a-
all that's for.
You have
Which
to.
I'm fine with. I mean, it's, the public gets the right to see that
Yes.
anyway.
Right.
So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So I'll approve that.
So you're approving without the 18,000 or with?
Let's go with it. If we're gonna put it, if that's gonna be the Observer Reporter, but we have to have that.
No, you don't.
No.
No.
I
I'm
can have it,
misunderstanding.
but
The only requirement to the
that's when ad
observer-
appears.
The only requirement in the notice that you give to the observer is to let people know, you're giving them, it's 20 days, that it's on display. You're letting people know that it is on display, whatever it is. So you right here in this motion can say, I wish to make a motion to authorize display of the tentative budget, comma, specifically, and then fill in the blank, with or without that item. That's fine. That's what you can do. The ad's the same.
Right. Let's do it without the 18,000 then.
Okay. Then you would need a second on that motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay.
Now, I presented you with the budget message. So that, I will pull those numbers out, but that is exactly what is going to be here for people to look at, all those departments. So I can send you a copy of the general fund once I change it. Okay,
I'll stop in and look at it. You don't have to make a copy.
okay.
All right, correspondence, did we receive any special correspondence regarding the special acts?
Nothing. Act 14. Thank you. They're all special.
We don't like to pick favorite statute.
Are there any public comments? Any general public comments at this time?
Yeah.
Let's start with Mr. Roth.
I'd like to pass out a paper here.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I would want to know about the E-Code 360 that Mount Pleasant Township's doing to enforce the law. Or are they just going to blow it off for my situation? It's been 10 years that I have cow crap, flies, and a contaminated well. The environmental factor is causing my family's health crisis. The E. coli from the cow manure is in the water in my well, and it sucks. The effective date on your E-Code 360 is February 1st, 2007. It should have precedence on this. Are you going to change the E-Code 360, or is it, you're just going to shaft me some more? That's it.
Tom, you want to speak, or you want me to run through the whole history of this? So the public's aware of it. No?
I don't, it's up to you. I don't know that you need to
I
recite.
think most of the
things.
public has been here through this over the years.
Right.
You're the one that caused it. You might as well not have nothing to say about it.
Again,
Right
it's
before.
4+ years old, it's been subject to court cases, it was in the common
That's one
court.
court case you shouldn't even have anything to do with it.
No,
We
it
didn't,
was an
but
attorney-
it rules,
civil-
it covers.
No, it's a fact. Is everybody aware of what's going on with this?
No, they're not.
Okay.
No.
So, we're everybody aware that this was more, it turned into a civil issue, that he had to have an attorney. Myself and Tom has sat down with him, and I prospectively handed 3 names to him, not telling him what to do with them. He was gonna get an attorney or meet with them. I specifically explained to him, under my background, don't go there without an attorney. You're probably not gonna do well if you did.
Go where?
To the courts,
Washington courts?
yes.
Okay.
I believe you did not go to the
Can I
courts at
say
that,
something right there, though? If you've got this written in an ordinance, why would that not be covered?
because he was inspected by the DEP, he was inspected by the Water Conservation Department in Washington. They basically approved that there was not a violation. Now, he did say that there was contamination of his well, but nobody's gonna sign off on it. DEP and water conservation officers basically said he was in, there was compliance, fine, but the water is contaminated. It's proven. I saw the paperwork, but nobody's signing off on it. That's beyond our expertise to go up there and tell them that.
No, wait a minute. You're mixing oranges and apples. He's talking about a township issue. You're bringing in
Right, but
DEP.
he wants the township to go down here and change that, and we can't do that.
With all respect, and we
Ken,
don't,
Ken,
again, it's at your leisure,
called
you do
DEP
not need to
himself.
recite this and recitate this and
called
resurrect this again during
That's fine,
public
he's allowed.
comment
Right.
for the nth time.
But it
It's
can
been
still cause
subject to litigation, we've explained it, talked about it exhaustively in at least, half a dozen or a dozen meetings on it. It's out of our hands.
Right, and I believe that we already had our ordinance people look into it again. And I don't remember what the findings were of that.
I mean, if it's an ordinance that's being violated, that's in
And-
your.
and that's what our
purview,
code-
not DEP. That's a totally separate.
Right.
Again, with
understand
all
it.
respect, don't believe we should further discuss it.
I do. I really do, because this could happen to anybody. And in America, you shouldn't have to live with contaminated well, with a,
Again, once again.
Any other public comments?
I do.
Mrs. Stazzle?
This has to do with Mr. Andreas and along beside my house. the planning commission had given the rules for restrictions on him for his conditional use, which you guys granted him. And he has not followed any of it so far. He's not to have buildings on there, he is not to have equipment on there, he's not to have piles of dirt or sand or gravel or anything on that land. He's got this whole list that he's not to have, because, you gave us copies, I had a call for mine. The neighbor that signed the paper here to get a copy never got it, but she was the only one. I told them how to do that. But anyway, so I notified the zoning officer, Mr. Ivory, in an email and left him know. I never got a response to that. I told the other neighbors, you're complaining about trucks on the road running you off the road again. You're complaining about the noise. You're complaining about just the dump, that it looks like just a dump. You go ahead and notify, but do it in an email to Mr. Ivory.
Excuse me, Mrs. Stausel, when did you notify Mr. Ivory?
I think it was in September.
And he hasn't responded to that
He
email?
never responded to that. Now, I got an email, it looked like it was from him, but my Norton system on my computer would not let it go through, and it was about something like resolution 2654.
Have you tried to reach out to him since the September email?
No, because you don't have a real phone number for him, so I just had his email. And I figured I should hear from him, because, I gave him enough stuff that he should have been out there trying to look it over.
I can get you a card with his phone number.
Again, if I might update you on it, if you recall, we had the conditional use and site plan approval. That was approved conditionally on developers agreements, stormwater agreements being signed and recorded, and that was in progress also in other post-approval matters before he's allowed to do anything to actually install the improvements that were approved. Coincidentally, this afternoon, I received a letter we received at the township.
And that has to go through the engineers, correct, Tom?
Yeah, but the engineer and I are interacting with, we sent out the developers agreements are sitting out there. There's other approvals, including from the Conservation District, who today, actually, just coincidentally, we received the approval letter. Now, this is the county's approval, approving them, because they had the same plan that you guys approved. They have to submit to the county for their DEP/Conservation District approval. And by a letter dated November 25, 2025, today, that was sent via email to the applicant and their engineer and to Mount Pleasant Township and to the PA/DEP from Matthew Golden of the Conservation District. That letter indicates that they have reviewed and approved commencement of the work associated with the post-construction stormwater management facilities, the stormwater facilities that were part of the land development plan. They're not allowed to start any work until they receive these approvals as well. So these are part of the post-approval matters that are being put into place.
Should have been pre-approval stuff.
That's not how it works, man.
Yes, it does.
Again, today, the county reviewed and approved, issued their approval letter of the county approval of stormwater management facilities. We're awaiting the posting of the bonds and the agreements before they can commence any work, and there's no activity on the site.
Anything in this county over an acre, I think it's over an acre, before you do anything else, that's one of the biggest things they want now. It's the biggest, it's number one on your list.
Yeah, we subjected that, and that letter approved that. That was as part of the application process that they put in with the township, simultaneously filed with the county. We approved ours here through our engineer review. Also was submitted to the county. Today, the county Conservation District actually just issued its own independent, separate approval.
I don't know exactly where he's going to put this pond, because
It was
I
on
don't
the
know if
plans.
Mr. Farn, I know, I saw that. I saw the plan.
That's where it
But
will
where
be.
the land is only it comes from the road and goes to 200 foot really quick. It's got an awful big place down there. And, I still have my second lot, which I would never sell because I'd be afraid that he might want to buy. But if one of my kids decided to sell it after I'm dead, I wouldn't want a retaining pond sitting where some little family is going to be living. Because my land perked. And I don't get any of this. And I also know that you've been working with this man. And it's documented at the one district. And you denied this at a meeting. And well, all three of them turned to you and looked, and you said, no.
I beg your pardon?
But they don't
Or
record you.
I beg your pardon, did you just suggest that I was working with or one of the
Well,
board
it
members?
seems like you worked more for him than for us.
I did not work for him, never worked for him. That's kind of,
Well, I know,
slanderous.
but I
I
know
work
it's
only
serious.
for the township and have only worked on
Well,
behalf of the township. I'm sorry, man, you just
I'm
accused me of
township.
something
Oh, I will defend
unethical,
myself.
and I need to correct that.
I will
And you
correct
should
it too.
withdraw that. Thank you.
No, I won't, because I'm telling you, they do not record voices up there, but as they take calls from people, they write notes. And I double checked to see if where the documentation stood. And I was told that what you denied here to these three gentlemen was said. It's in the notes.
Thank
So
you,
I won't
Mrs.
take it
Snow.
back unless they lied to me from.
I'm sorry, are you
They-
suggesting that somebody for
I'm
the county
telling-
conservation district indicated to you that I was working on behalf of the
You
owner?
asked them for more time to let him come into
I
compliance.
actually did not.
Well, okay, then that's your word, but I'm just going by what I was told by this
Okay.
organization. You're telling me today that.
That would be
you
this
can go
Mr.
through-
Golden, right? Mr. Golden, is that who you're talking about?
I don't know, no, I know the girl that I spoke with, spoke to her boss. They reviewed stuff. But I'm just telling you. he's
All
not
my
in
interactions,
compliance.
if any, with him
So
were
now that
reported
he's
to the
allowed
board
to do
and
some
or
more,
above.
he's still not in compliance with what the planning commission told him he had to do, just to make it look decent. He hasn't done anything, and hopefully, the other neighbors have also notified Mr. That's all the only thing I wanted to say, and I really didn't want to bring all this up because I think it's moot at this point.
Mr. Stasel, he can't be operating without following those conditions, plain and simple.
Well, he's not. Has anybody driven past it? I have pictures on my phone I can show you. He's got buildings up, he's got garbage there, he's got an old high lift in the back, right off the side of the street.
All right, any other public comments? Ryan?
On behalf of the Cemetery Association, just thank you for the letter of support.
You're welcome, and good luck with the project.
Thanks.
Kathy?
I just wanted to know if the township was notified of Mark West's incident at the end of October at the Primrose Mine.
Primrose Mine.
Yeah, did you get any correspondence?
I'm
Well, they got a
curious, what,
DEP and they got a violation. They had, it's that pipeline that's going from Shirley to Imperial Land, but to the Imperial compressor station, I would assume. It's going through Imperial Land.
I think it's going to Cyrus Ranch.
Okay. But it's called Shirley to Imperial Pipeline. So it's the same spot they had the issue with the Falcon Pipeline. There was another issue. There's been 3 times now. It's the same problematic area where they keep throwing pipes in, and they had, I guess, a pressure drop, which indicates something wrong with the pipeline. They found that what they flushed through the pipeline left. It just went into the void, which is into the Primrose Mine.
Oh.
So, you guys didn't get any notification from the DEP or Mark West?
Where's this?
I didn't see
Because you
it.
should be.
Is this on the border underneath Millstone?
But it's,
I was unaware of it.
I think the DEP thinks it's Robinson, it's Mount Pleasant Township. It's the same thing that was part of the Falcon Pipeline where they got criminal charges filed against
Do you
them.
know whether
I
Rollins?
mean, you know if Robbins was notified, that was gonna be my question.
Oh, I will be asking them, but I don't know.
Okay. How did you,
Because from the DEP, because I checked DEP's notifications.
do you have a document or that
You know, I'll
can
get
share
it
with
to
us?
you.
'Cause you
Yeah,
can-
my printer's
Please,
not
if you
working,
get any.
but I will certainly share
Call
it with you.
Stacy.
Yeah, that would be something that I think that we should be well aware of.
Absolutely. That's why.
And anytime you get something like that, obviously you got.
It just came
Stacy's
through,
number.
because it's usually like a month lag with stuff from the DEP, but I couldn't
In
get my printer to
October,
work.
you said it took place?
I'm sorry?
In October?
I think it was the 28th, October 28th, yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing
Township
that.
should be notified, absolutely.
And I think we should definitely look into that.
Thank you.
Any other public comments? Other than that, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and have a safe travels and enjoy that time with your family. And After this, we are going to be going into a short executive session to discuss personnel matters. We will not be making any decisions. So other than that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries.
So it is when you get old.
He has.